attack. Time has come, we're gonna take it back. Just wait and see. Don't tread on me. I won't sit back, stand idly by. Watch the heart of my nation die. Oh, not me. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on my Bible, don't tread on my guns. Don't you tread on my faith in God's only Son. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me.
This is John Marietta and my son. Anyways, this is John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly. And today's show is being brought to you by Monarch Windows and Doors, Miles' Garage and Tire Center, PatriotsOnline.com, Fayette County Recovery, Storage, and U-Haul. Country Motor Sales. Go see Guy, 724-628-9190. Tactical Civics. Solid Foundation Ministries. New Life Free Methodist Church. Highline Motorsports. Hey, it's getting close to Christmas. Everybody wants something new to ride. Go see Gray. Gun Owners of America. We're going to be, they got a big event out in Greeley, Pennsylvania at the Iron and Rod Festival. It's the biggest open carry event in the United States. There'll probably be 10,000 and people there. And guess who's going to be there? Yours truly. He's supposed to be speaking at the event. Hillbilly Jon Radio on YouTube. John Marietta for We the People. The Ink Spot in Connellsville. And hey, I want to throw a shout out to the Greek, the gyros and pierogies and more place up here on up by the shopping center. I'll tell you what, the ladies up there made me a salad today. I haven't got to eat it yet, but they made me a salad and so I'm going to eat it. It's got lamb and beef in it. Melanie wants to. Do you have that ready to go?
Yeah, kind of. I'm looking up here. I found this.
We need to talk about. We need to really bring this into light. Israel's getting attacked right now, from what I understand. Is that right, Nick? Yeah. And thanks to Barack Obama and the money he sent over there to help them buy arms, and then we left all the arms over there in Afghanistan. So I imagine they went and gobbled some of them up. Thomas Jefferson had a very good quote about things, and it might put this all in perspective. He said, "I've sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over mankind." That was the letter to Dr. Benjamin Rush that he wrote. That was an excerpt from there, and a quote that it's at the Jefferson Memorial too. And Melanie wants to say a few words about what's going on over there right now. So I really think we need to.
Yeah, I'm looking at Psalm 46. One, it says, "God is our refuge and strength, and a very present help in trouble." Just been reflecting on that just before I came on. It's just unshakable refuge and strength that the Psalms give us. In the Bible, that's where you kind of go when you have that going on. And then we have all of the people devastated in the hurricane flood in our own country, and a lot of people needing help right now. So that's when we need to reach out, pray for those that are victims and in this dangerous part of the world right now over there in the Middle East.
And with the flooding too, we need to pray for all the people down in Tennessee. I've got several different. It's eastern part of Tennessee. I just don't know exactly what towns it's involved, but
you know what, that happened over the weekend, and I really wasn't following that closely because I just, when you think of a hurricane, you think of the coastal properties, on the Gulf Coast, the Florida coast, and up the East Coast as being affected, and you never really think that Asheville, North Carolina, and these mountainous regions would be getting devastated like they have been. And yesterday and today, I've been watching the news as they're paying attention, and it's just unbelievable. I've been to Asheville, and you're looking at the Biltmore Estates there, and it's just nothing but mud and a mess. And I didn't even realize that. And why is that so? You know why? I think, I don't want to get real political here, but the news has been so focused on all the nonsense of the political things going on instead of the devastation of the people that need help in those areas. And then our president and the vice president totally ignored it the whole weekend.
Well, the vice president, I call her the counterfeit candidate, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's
it's
I
not
mean, nobody
funny,
voted
it's
for her, and
just-
she's running, and now she's deciding to go down to the border, and she hasn't been there yet, and she's gonna check that out. She's gonna try to stop it. It seems like crazy that all this has went on for this many years, and and you know who's going to make it to Tennessee and all these floodplains first? It's going to be the true president, Donald Trump.
He's already there
Yeah.
with Billy Graham, and the Samaritan's Purse is doing a great thing. I know you have to sit back and wait and see what they need first, and I'm sure here in Western Pennsylvania there'll be trucks and caravans of people that'll be collecting whatever it is they need, whether it's water, paper towels. We just have to wait for a signal from somebody from FEMA or something. These people in need. I know it's hard to communicate because they don't have cell service, and Elon Musk is putting his little Starlinks there so that communication can be found, so they can find there's over 1,000 people missing over there.
Maybe we can get Elon Musk to come to. Maybe we can talk to him and see if he can come to Fayette County to fix the internet for all of us, because it's been horrid the last couple of days, and
Well, the Verizon episode yesterday too was affecting many of us.
And you think about it, the commissioners have spent millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you said it. The internet is terrible in Fayette County. I mean, we should have been. This should have been taken care of a long time ago. But no, we'll I guess you can't have a ribbon cutting for the internet, so it don't do no good. Can't have an internet for cutting taxes, but our commissioners are going to get busy to try to raise them. So at least two of them are. We don't know about the third one yet, but we'll find out.
I'll say a little prayer here too for Israel. Heavenly Father, I praise you and acknowledge you as my refuge, strength, and always ready to help in times of trouble. Wherever you are, it cannot be destroyed. You are our protector. And we'll keep have some friends over there visiting us now from Phoenix who have family over there in Israel. They have their grandchildren over there, and I'm sure they're concerned and worried, as everyone is in this country that may have family or friends over there in Israel. But they're resilient. The people of Israel are pretty strong.
Oh, I believe so. I mean, they have to be, because they're in that part of the world where it just gets. I mean, they're always under attack.
Yeah.
They're always under. They have to be very, they have people that stand on their wall. Yeah, that they built.
And they do.
And I mean, the teachers understand how to protect the children. I mean, and our teachers do too. I mean, I understand that, but I mean, a lot of them are.
Well, they have bomb shelters. They are protected. They know what they're doing.
Do you? Somebody brought that up the other day. Do you remember when you went to school? Now, I went to school in the mostly in the 70s, but we had
bomb shelters in the schools.
We had bomb shelters in the schools.
Yeah,
and I remember in grade school, I only remember doing it one time. We climbed underneath the desks.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, of course, thanks to our elite of politicians, we don't make steel in Pittsburgh no more. So Pittsburgh probably wouldn't be a main target anymore. But yeah.
Well, there's a home in my neighborhood that has a bomb shelter built in it, and that little plan is all named after World War II presidents and or historic presidents. Roosevelt. There's all the streets there are very historical, but a home there that was for sale. I went in there, and down in the basement is a little bomb shelter that you don't see, and then there's a little brick. They said you can put your gun through there, and it's like there's no lights in there. I mean, they really were building bomb shelters in the 40s and 50s, people's
50s,
homes,
yeah.
and this is a home that was built in the early 50s.
There was a Happy Days episode about that where they were going to build a bomb shelter, and then finally they decided not to, because if you couldn't get all your friends in it, what good would it be? But anyways, we'll go back to that. I think Gina's on the line. You there, Gina? Maybe I lost her already.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
Sometimes I put it on mute because my kids are in the background sometimes too.
Well, anyways, I want to thank everybody that had any part in what we did down for the We the People in Burhan's Crash Funeral Home this Sunday. It was a great event.
Our Oh, the food was
we kind of
good.
lost
Yum.
count. We kind of lost count somewhere along the way. We don't know exactly how many people. But we know there was more than 150, but we don't think there was more than 200 because we got a couple different things there. And it was a wonderful thing. The girl was painting faces, and there was people there that would let you register to vote. And we didn't say you had to register for any party. We just, if you want to register, you can register any way you want. And that was what we did for that.
Did they get some registered?
They did. I think they got 6 or 8.
Oh,
and they got
good.
a couple people to change. I think that's what and then we
watched the Steeler game.
we got to watch the Steeler game.
Didn't turn out very good.
Thanks to Gino Gallo. I mean, it was we had I had to call upon some technical assistance because we couldn't get the streaming to work, and we ended up having to go through another streaming network. And finally, don't ask me how we did it, but we ended up watching the Steeler game in the first half of the best part of the first half of the Kansas City game. I want to thank all the people that was there. It was a good thing. The food was out of this world.
Who did the corn?
Well, Joe Kelly cooked most of the corn, and I bought 24 dozen ears of corn, and I think we cooked 18.
Oh wow!
I think we cooked about 18, or maybe I
ate about a dozen right here.
It was real.
Bob did too.
It was really good, and we had a gentleman cooking the hot dogs, and he did a good. Did you get to eat a hot dog, Gina?
No, but I had some of that delicious pork, the pulled pork with that hot sauerkraut from, what was the name of the barbecue place again?
Doss Brothers.
Yes,
Or
they
Doss
have
Boys.
the best.
Doss Boys, rather.
Doss
I'm sorry.
Boys, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good. And then I ate the corn, which was good. And I had some Jackson Farms ice cream, which was
the ice
a
cream.
really good
I
treat.
didn't get to eat any ice cream, but the ice cream was really good.
Chocolate went wow.
The chocolate,
That was a favorite.
everybody, and I didn't eat no ice cream.
So good.
But, I want to thank the Jacksons for Jackson Farms for donating ice cream to that. It was really, really good. So, anyways, before we got left out of there, the way ladies work, they're already planning another event, and there'll be more details coming in the next couple weeks about that. We think we may have secured a venue, but we'll see how all this works out. And I think we're gonna do it in the winter, so we can be outside and enjoy the cold
Bonfire.
Yeah, maybe we'll have some. I think we'll do propane or somehow. But we might have a bonfire. Who knows? That might happen. But anyways,
We need hot chocolate.
Yeah.
yeah. But anyways, I appreciate everything. Last night we were down in South Connersville, and Ashley Duff come in, and we were trying to get a hold of Ashley because I wanted to get the numbers correct. But it seems she did a voter integrity workshop. And what she did was she has the exact numbers, and I don't know if Melanie has them or not.
Yeah, I'm looking in my emails.
But here's one thing that I didn't understand. There's been several million requests, not for just Pennsylvania, but for the United States, for mail-in ballots that have come outside the country. Now, I understand that there's Americans, soldiers that are, of course, Kamala Harris said there's nobody in harm's way, but there's 40,000 of them over in the Middle East right now. They just sent another, I guess there's another ship over, and there's this, but I don't know, the counterfeit candidate. So anyways, they sent another, they sent more over, and I'm sure we're going to probably send some more now because of the, and all of our soldiers and that are protecting us need to have the ability to vote for who they want to. I think that's something we need to make happen. But there's millions of requests that are coming from outside the county, and we also found out
Yeah, they're not military votes.
they're not military. Yeah,
They're just
and we also found out that there's
1,000 more
1,000 more people requesting mail-in ballots in Fayette County, but there's like 3 counties that are up. Fayette County's up, but the rest of the state is down by 35%
from the 2020
election
with COVID. But Fayette County, we're up there with over 1,000 more requests.
And the other thing we found out, they've taken how many off the voter rolls because of our efforts, because of your efforts, rather.
Well, I sent a shout out to Melanie Llewellyn and her great little group of Abundant Life Ministry people, and yourself, and Bill, Jody, and Dorothy Basil, Denise Dasco, Lisa Messich, and John and Patty Marietta, and myself. We sent letters to 986 voters who have moved out of the country and out of the county and out of the state. And as of this week, we removed 48 of them. And they're going to be going exponentially higher because we just, from the month of August 20th to September 20th, we sent out letters to all 986 registered voters that are still in the county, still active or inactive, and they're returning their consent. So they're returning their envelope that we included in the letter to the county office. So I feel sorry for the girls in the election office because, people are requesting mail-in ballots, and now they're getting this, they're going to be inundated probably next week as, what percentage of the 986. Washington County is returned 41%. Now, they have like 3,500 over there in Washington County. They're twice as big as Fayette. But if we get 40% of 986 returned in the next 2 weeks or so, that's going to be a burden on the election office. And I'm sorry to the girls. I apologize. But you can blame this on your county commissioners. Because in May, I presented them with a list of 1,400 people that moved through the national change of address. And, suggested that they look at this list and possibly to prepare for the presidential election here, they ought to remove them or look at them or do whatever procedure they use, which is send a postcard, have them mail it back, and so forth. And they denied it and rejected it. So,
and we already know now a couple of these could be snowbirds, but the people that have another.
But no, this is permanent address.
No. What I mean is we already know that there's been 20 people that don't live in the county that have already requested mail-in ballots that are living outside of the county. We already know that. Ashley had that information last night. And she found 9 that aren't even with us no more, right? Isn't that
died. Yeah, she did. Well, those are duplicate. Those are duplicates, and some of them, she spoke about that, which I looked up this afternoon a little bit here. You'll hear many of them saying, what are dupes? What are duplicate voter registrations? Well, basically what they are people with the same voter registration ID. When you register to vote, you're given an ID. It's not a Social Security number. It's your voter ID. Like if you were to open up a bank account and you get your bank account number that belongs to you only. That's what the voter registration is, ID number. They're finding, and I found 45 of them in Fayette County. So what it does, and it has the same birthday and the same voter ID. Mm-hmm. They're exactly the same, but they're in 2 different counties.
Yep.
Fayette County. So
in Crawford County, for some reason.
Crawford County. There's one in Crawford County.
Yep.
I have them all written down here. One in Philadelphia and Fayette and Greene, Fayette and. Here it is here. Fayette and, my little notes here. I scribbled on everything.
But we're finding this out. We're finding this information out, and one of the big things that we're going to keep working on this. And I don't know if Gina didn't get to hear this last night because her son was busy intercepting the other team's footballs.
Oh.
So,
yay.
Anyways. We're working on these things, and all this stuff, all this data that we're sifting through. Ashley's helping us out with this, and mm-hmm. What's the other lady's name from that Ashley's working with? Karen, is it Karen?
Well, the Audit the Vote Girls.
No, not the Audit Vote Girls. The other ladies.
From Fayette County?
No,
Washington County.
Yeah, it might have been Kristen Vandermeer. I'm not sure, but anyways.
That's their little team of patriots over in Washington County.
And when they decide to have a Patriots meeting,
Mm-hmm.
they get a lot of people. It's a big thing, and of course our group is growing here in Fayette County. It's getting bigger. And so we'll keep moving forward with that.
Oh yeah, a lot of interest last night. In fact, we had 2 new people signed up as poll workers, that want to be. So they'll be calling the election office, and 2 more that want to hear a little bit more and decide where they want to be as a poll watcher or a poll worker, where they're needed. So we're the tip of the iceberg here. We can't expect miracles here, but this is progress. It's pretty good. And she was a wealth of information. We're trying to get another one in Westmoreland County for an all-day event, if anybody wants to come. I mean, she told us simple things that are happening, to make sure our elections are free and fair and secure. I think that's what we want, and that's a both-party thing. That isn't a Republican or Democrat. It's just this is just what we want, and everyone's concerned about it. Everyone is concerned about it.
They did a poll, and I don't know if you can believe all the numbers of the poll, but it's like 82% of the people believe that there needs to be a change in the way we do things in voting in Pennsylvania, and but of course the biggest. There was a lot of Democrats that believe that too. We actually had a woman come Sunday down at the picnic in a staunch Democrat, and she said, and she was almost in tears, and she said that the party has left me. She said the party has left me. She said, and she said, I just don't understand. The easiest fix with this would be for everybody to have an ID, a voter ID card. Yeah. Or I mean, let's face it, it would be so simple. You can drive down, when you go to get on the turnpike, the thing recognizes the thing in your windshield, so you can pay the bill. So, why can't we do this with voters?
Well, and the same thing with the voter ID number. If you get a credit card and you have that credit card number, and somebody in Florida charges something using your credit card number, you get an instant fraud alert. Well, since we have a voter ID number, and we're all computerized with, the no-link and the iPads, and why doesn't that, hit up a fraud alert if somebody in Philadelphia with your same voter ID number is voting on the same day that you are in Fayette County? That's stolen identity.
Well, they just installed it. We're getting ready for a software change in the recorder's office, which is I'm gonna be able to save the county probably about $40,000 a year with this new software program, because the old program that we were using, they wanted to raise the bill, but anyway, so I got a new company. Anyways, they just brought me in my new laptop, my computer, and the way you turn it on, you hit the power button. Mm-hmm. And in order to access it, you put your finger on it, and it comes alive. The thing's like, you'd think I was like secure, and I do have to keep things secure because I have soldiers' records, I have discharge records in the office, and I have the most precious thing that anybody can have in Fayette County is their property, and I have to make sure that we can't get. It's bad enough we have people that'll try to steal your property, but I can't let fraud happen through the internet.
So why aren't our elections protected like that? Why isn't the voters' right to cast their vote protected like we do that? We learned last night too about counterfeit ballots. The ballots printed here in Pennsylvania don't have a
they don't have a watermark.
But our dollar bill does. You know what I mean? You pass around a counterfeit $50 bill, and you're going to have the police and the FBI in your front door. If you pass a $50 counterfeit bill, that's a major crime. You get thrown in jail. I think you do, or whatever crime that is. I don't know. I'm not into counterfeiting, but a counterfeit ballot here in Pennsylvania doesn't exist. Where are our legislators? Where have we been the past 3 or 4 years?
Well, this is all about Act 77, no matter what anybody says. And we can thank Ryan Warner and Pat Stefano for this. They're the ones that gave us this unverifiable mail-in ballots. And this is what's caused the problem. The January 6th was caused by our legislators in Pennsylvania, and nobody can say it wasn't. Because Donald Trump didn't lose Pennsylvania.
Right.
Pennsylvania was stole from him.
Right.
And now we have
evidence
yeah.
to prove that's going before the Supreme Court.
It's been presented to a couple congressmen, and they're going through it right now. So
as we speak, literally.
As we speak. So we're there's other things going on that people don't know about.
Yeah.
Greg and several of us are probably going to end up in probably Melanie too, going to end up in D.C. for some things that are going on. The court case, it went to the publisher, which the Supreme Court case went to the publisher. So we're gonna root these people out. I mean, you think about it. During the Revolution, this is what they did. They found the Tories and they got rid of them. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what we had to do. And now so we're on that same path. We're on that same path. And just as I said, tyranny is something we can't tolerate. And this is where we're at, because the political elite think that they should be in charge. No, they should be working for us. Just like here at the county level, they should be working for us. We don't need another 30 miles of bike trails. I believe bike trails and all that is great things, but
we got to prioritize.
We got to prioritize, and we got roads that need fixed. We got bridges that haven't been attended to. I know of a couple bridges right in Redstone Township that have to be taken care of, and they've been waiting on money for years. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just the way it is. So I don't understand. I just don't understand. And they'll tell you that they don't have the money to go after these grants because a lot of them are matching. Well, where did all the money go? Where did the money go?
Yeah.
$5 million in a bank building we didn't even need. We didn't even need it.
Yeah, the decisions that are made.
There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money everywhere missing, John, because, the school board, just like when Gina was talking about, like, the county commissioners having to issue a bond to cover a debt, that's exactly what that's exactly what Uniontown School District did recently. And what I don't understand is around the same time frame, the business manager got a $5,000 stipend for finding $4 or $5 million. How do you go from finding $5 million to going into debt the next year? Like, I don't get it. You found maybe it was $4 million. I mean, like, where is all this money disappearing to? Are they all magicians? I don't know.
You just got to follow it. Follow the money. That's where your answers are. That's what they say.
It's like insane, but it like in the same token,
it isn't just Uniontown School Board. Celia's working. Celia needs to get some data boys or something, because she's been trying to save Connersville School Board, and she thousands and thousands of dollars, and a lot of times it's a battle for her. It's a battle.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. Oh, and the biggest thing is when you're trying to do stuff. Now, I will tell you, the ladies in my office, and I call them girls. The girls in my office, because they're all younger than me, but the girls in my office are outstanding. They treat everybody great. They do what they have to do, and they've given me the ability to find different things to save money for our office. And the problem was they always wanted to change and upgrade the software, but the money was never there. But I've had the ability to get the money to do that, and because of them taking care of all the things that happen in the office, so I can do that. And like I said, Gina, you're going to have to come see this laptop. You put your finger on it, and you think I was like doing you also can do an eye scan with it, I guess. So if you wanted to come on, but or a facial scan rather. Right. But anyways, it's amazing. I mean, you hit the button and it's going thousands of miles an hour, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to unplug this thing because I'm afraid it's going to like detonate something pretty soon. So, anyways, and then these are the things we have to do. in order to move forward. This is the year 2024, and just like I say, and we're going to be in 2025 in just a couple months. So if we don't move forward with what we're to try to upgrade things and do things, and at the same time we're saving money because you're not dependent on a software company that has archaic things. And
Right.
you know, I have all the books. Now this is hard to believe. I have all the books that were on microfilm. I have them all scanned, ready to go. And as soon as I can because the microfilm you have to take it, you have to look it up, and because if you want a copy of it, because the books are so old, it's hard to make copies from the books. But I mean, a lot of people can take pictures now if they have a good scanner on their phones. But now all that's loaded, and I can hold the thing in my hand from, I don't know what year it is, 1787 or something, till I'm not sure what year it is, but it's book A to 1951. I can hold it in my hand.
Wow.
Now you think about what has been accomplished there.
Wow.
And I don't understand why we can't do the same thing with our elections. The Fayette County got $380,000 from the state.
From a grant,
From
with
a
the
grant.
COVID money.
They got $380,000 to run the elections. Where is that money at? What are they doing with it?
Yeah.
They bought them. They bought them simple. They bought them simple, stupid pads that you sign in on, and there's no way that can be correct. We also found out at the same time one of the software companies that has told us that them pads can contact each other. They can tell you they don't. They can contact each other.
Yeah.
And they've said over and over and over again that they're not in touch with the internet, but they are.
Because they're playing semantics here, John, because it's not through the internet. They can network the iPads together. So it's not technically through the internet. It's like when you have an office and you connect all the computers together so that they communicate to each other, and you have like a motherboard or like a mainframe.
I understand, but the reason I say internet is because people. Yeah, but you're right. They do.
I'm sure it is. No, I'm sure it is, but I'm sure that the way that they're connected, though, they're not. I don't think that's sort of how they would get out of. That's how they would justify not saying that they didn't lie about it, because they're probably not interconnected with each other through the internet. They're probably just networked together so that they communicate with one another through the network.
No, there is. In fact, it's right now going on trial in Atlanta or in Georgia. A cybersecurity expert says current practices surrounding the storage, what goes on with the voting machines here. I'm just looking at some notes real quick.
Yeah.
That they do cybersecurity. They are connected. They have to go to Harrisburg. There is a connection.
Oh, so they are.
They have to be. And they sit there and tell us that they're not. And there's a trial going on right now, exposing that. There's people, literally in the courtroom with testimony yesterday and today, and experts are telling you that
that's in Georgia.
This is in Georgia now.
But you know what amazed me about that really amazed me. I got it was on OAN. Or was it on?
And it's the Dominion. This is concerning the Dominion encryption keys that are going on right now.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I don't want to get too highly technical here because one of that they cleaned their voter rolls up in North Carolina, and they took 750,000 people off the voter rolls. In Pennsylvania, we're talking about 49 in here in Fayette County right now, and it's probably going to end up being around 700 if they get it done right. But we did this on Melanie done this on her own. With we found stamps. We got people to donate stamps. We got people to do all this, and we're doing this on our own.
And they took the time to take them home and do them.
But we're gonna get the updates, and we got people that's gonna run the numbers for us or go through the names. We got a program where we can take the people that have asked for mail-in ballots, and and they have to give you that information, So the people that have requested mail-in ballots, and we can run it through to see if they're actually living here in Pennsylvania or not.
And two, there's some of them envelopes are coming back, registrations are coming back undeliverable. And so the data people that I'm working with in the middle of the state have software that will see if those undeliverable addresses have requested a mail-in ballot. And, that's illegal. And there will be challenges that will happen before the election. To my understanding, before the election, these challenges to these potentially ineligible voters will occur. So there's a lot of people on the ground here in the boots here in Pennsylvania. We've got a lot of eyes watching. We're training people. Ashley is looking for a lot of things. All we want is transparency and credibility. And an important thing for all voters to know in your precinct is when the election is over, Washington and Westmoreland County post the results on the tape tabs at the end of the evening. The judge of elections will print that little printout that tells you who got how many votes in that precinct, the total at the end of the evening. And Washington and Westmoreland County, the judge of elections posts that on the door. So if you're a voter in Washington and Westmoreland County late at night, 9, 10 o'clock at night, you can go to your precinct where you voted and you can see how many votes. And in this case, the presidential election is probably the most contentious one there. How many your candidate got? But in Fayette County, we don't do that in Fayette County. And we're going to see if we can get the word out there that they're supposed to. In fact, they did it before Act 77. In the good old days, you went to your precinct at the end of the election and you looked at that stuff. Everybody was used to doing that. But in Act 77 in 2020, that was optional as far as Fayette County was concerned. But we want to make sure that the voters, both Democrat and Republican, have that right to go to their precinct and look at how many votes their candidate got in that election at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Their candidate got. So that's again, we're learning a lot. People, we're being guided by people who are experienced and know what to look for. So that's what we're doing. If you're interested in doing that, you can contact me or John Marietta. I'm on Facebook,
and I'm sure they're going to need people to do things. And we got several candidates who are reaching out to us right now in the statewide elections and in the federal election for senator. We got candidates that are reaching out to us right now, and that they're looking for people to. I want to get the right term, Melanie. When you can go from one poll to the other and check things out.
It's a poll watcher.
Poll watcher.
Yeah.
Because there's poll watchers and poll workers.
Yeah, poll worker, you get paid, and you do a training, usually 2 or 3 hour training here at the county, and a poll watcher doesn't get paid. They're a volunteer, and they can work for an hour or 2 hours, just how much time they have available.
And we're going to have people at the election office too, whether they like it or not. We already got some things. Working. We got a couple of attorneys working on that. We're gonna have people at the election office.
There needs to be transparency.
So if there's anybody that would want to be at the election office just to watch, be a poll watcher at the election, the BOE, let me know because we can.
John Hillbilly. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get a hold of me somehow, and we'll make that. We'll get you the poll watcher certificate so you can be at the election office. And this needs to happen. It isn't the people that work at the election office. Mm-hmm. It is not the people that works in the election office that are the bad players here. We're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of it sooner or later. And I think everybody thought I'd just give up and walk away, but I've accelerated that.
Yeah, and we're circling the wagons right now with all of your patriots. I say there's a parallel between now and 1776 with this country. We're so at odds. Back in 1776, the Loyalists supported the British rule, and that, to me, I equate that to the elite, the people in power. And you have those Loyalists who just don't want to give that up, and then you have what we call the Patriots, who sought independence. Mm-hmm. And that's all of us here. We, the people, want to be independent. We want smaller government. We're not bowing down to the king and queen and the elite and the British royal. They're gone. They're gone.
Yeah, we don't have to. We don't have to sit above the salt. We can be, and a lot of people don't understand that term, but during the times of kings and queens and stuff, the people that sit below the salt, had salt to eat when they had a big banquet or something, were the commoners. And the people that sit above the salt, they had salt to put on their food. So we're we the people. We are we the people, and it's very important. We proved that on Sunday. We the people in Connersville. And the next event's going to be bigger and bigger. And I'll tell you.
And there were Democrats there too.
There was.
It's not a political.
Actually,
thing.
he don't want me to probably tell it on the air, but we had a staunch Democrat that was in one of the township supervisors has just switched over to be Republican, and I'm sure he doesn't want me to tell his name because he doesn't want to take no grief from the powers that be. But we got a big election coming up, and there's no doubt about who John Marietta and Melanie support, and I'm sure Gina's on our side too, and I'm getting calls every day from different people telling me that the Democratic Party left them. So, but I think Donald Trump is more of an independent than he is a Republican.
Right. Well, he's his own party, the MAGA party. He's a patriot. He's the people president. We call him the billionaire middle class president. He's, there's no one like him. And he's here for a special time. I believe he's anointed by God here to be our leader. And we've just got to pray for him, too, and his safety.
We do. He's coming to Butler on Saturday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to be able to be there because I have to be in Harrisburg. But if I can, it's going to a Donald Trump rally is something that people. It's just amazing. It's like going to
10 Super Bowls in one. I say
it's amazing. I mean, the last time I was there, I got to sit. That was when he was at Latrobe the last time, and I got to sit in the press pool, and it was really neat. And his security was there, and the guy, great big guy for the security, come over, and he says, he seen my name tag, and he says, "I need you to come with me." And I said, "Oh, geez, what did I do?" And then he took me over, and they put me with the fake news for a little while, and he says, "Just sit there for a few minutes." And then he come back. He said, "Grab your chairs," and we got to sit right there in the press pool. They came off the plane, and we got to sit, and it was. And you want to talk about people that are trained. The girl that I sat beside, I don't know which news agency she was with, but she's typing on a. You'll laugh about this, Gina. She's typing on a laptop. She had a notebook open, and she's texting people on her phone all at the same time. And I'm thinking, like, I could barely. I mean, it was just amazing. And
was that in 2020?
That was 2020. Yeah.
Well, you know where I was on that rally in Latrobe? I was in the motorcade.
Oh yeah, that's right.
To the left of you. I was over there on the side.
That's where he recognized. Custer, Sheriff Custer. Okay, I'm getting waved at. We're because he turned over to be a Republican. I'm getting waved at. So.
And we have the vice presidential debates tonight too.
We didn't even get to that. That's how busy we've been here today. So hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I always close my shows with this: on this road called life, you have to take the good with the bad. Smile when you're sad. Love what you got, and remember what you had. Always forgive, but never forget. People change. Things go wrong. Just remember the ride goes on.